Good morning. I only took my phone out because I wanted to make sure I was still on the AT. The trail is pretty well established and not being obscured by the snow. It is currently snowing, just flurries right now. I just looked up the weather. The high for today is 38, which is better than what I thought it was going to be. It's 11 o'clock and it's freezing. I'm like not going to be filming a lot today because I have mittens on under these Gore-Tex mittens, and it took about a half an hour of me walking and like constantly moving my fingers around my trekking poles to feel warm. I was getting ready to open another hot hands and just put one in each of my hands. I have one right now in my fanny pack, which has my filter and snacks for the day, and what else is in there? Oh, my battery bank, so the cold weather doesn't drain all the energy out of it. All right, I'm gonna put this away and keep walking. I was gonna stop at the shelter that was 3 miles past where I stayed, but it's a 0.2 side trail and then another 0.2 back, and pretty sure Derrick Knob is like right on the trail, so I'm gonna stop there for lunch. That's 6 more miles. And meanwhile, I'm gonna try to feed myself snacks with my mittens on. All right, hope everybody is staying warm and safe. Tomorrow's high is gonna be 53 and sunny, so we're gonna have a couple days of really nice weather and then probably some rain, but I'll take the 53 and sunny and that. So I should have good weather for Clingman's Dome because that should be tomorrow. I'm not staying at Derrick's Knob because the roof is caved in. I mean, if I had to, I would. But there's Siler Bald, I think, shelter. And then a couple miles past that, there's another shelter, Double Spring Shelter. I really want to go there, but I don't know if 16.4 is in it, if I have that in me today. Although all the mud from yesterday is frozen. And it's not very slippery because it's all, jagged, and you've got some grip. So that's good news. All right, I'll talk to you later. Stay warm. So this is what much of the trail has looked like today. I'm 1.4 from Derrick Knob Shelter, which is where my friend Dandelion was stuck for a couple days in the storm at this time last year when she was doing her no-bow through hike. I know the roof leaks. It leaked then, and it's still leaking because I saw it on Couch to Trail. The next shelter after that is 7.7 miles. I could make it, except not all the parts look like this. All the down bits are pretty icy. So it's slowing me down, and I'm like 7.7 more miles at 2:30 in the afternoon. I mean, I do have 5 more hours of daylight, so I'll probably make it. But I haven't really even eaten lunch yet, so I need to stop at Derrick Knob Shelter and get something to eat before I move on. So I don't know what to do, but I'll let you know what I do. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 58 and sunny. I can't wait. Here I am at 7:15 at Derrick Knob Shelter trying to stay warm because it is freezing out there. Good morning. I'm about to leave the Derrick Knob Shelter. It was 19 degrees according to Mark's temperature gauge this morning, and most of us are just planning on doing the 7.4 miles, which is 2 shelters from here and the shelter right before Clingman's Dome, so that tomorrow we'll be set up to do Clingman's Dome and hopefully get to Newfound Gap Road. And I'm going to decide based on weather predictions if I'm going to Gatlinburg or sleeping in the Newfound Gap bathroom, whatever. But it has been freezing. It's been rough. So today the sun is shining, and when you're out of the wind, it's glorious. So hopefully it just gets better today. Hello, the snow is melting. My Kula cloth is defrosting. It's not pleasant. I cannot wait. I thought I was gonna go through the Smokies like it's the 100-mile wilderness and tough it out and carry all my food. Well, I mean, I have plenty of food, But I have also making plans to get to Gatlinburg tomorrow evening. Yay! To take a little break. And after that, only another, like 30 something miles until Standing Bear. So, yeah, 19 degrees this morning. That's cold. My bag is a 22 degree quilt, and I'd have a silk liner that adds like 4 or 5 degrees to it. But that 22 degrees isn't necessarily like you're going to be really comfortable as low as 22 degrees. It's you're not going to die at 22 degrees. So I had 2 hot hands going, one behind my neck most of the night and one like in my sock. Taking off the no puffy, no coat, no buff, no winter hat right now. It is a little chilly now that the wind is blowing, but it feels so much better than it did this morning. Digging a cat hole when your fingers are freezing. Not fun. This part of the trail is still nice and frozen. A lot of it is very slippery mud, and I know there's more of that to come as this melts off. Tigger is gonna pick me up or have someone pick me up tomorrow from Newfound Gap. I'm so excited. Yeah, so much for doing it hard way, backcountry, hiking through, carrying everything. I'm gonna get off and get dry and warm, sleep in a bed, do my laundry, shower. It's gonna be awesome. Just standing here in the sun. The wind isn't really blowing right now. My back is actually warm. Feels so good. Oh my gosh, my neck is stiff and my elbow is stiff from sleeping 2 nights in a shelter. I'm hoping I can find a good tent site tonight. If it's another shelter night, okay, that might make sense. But tomorrow I get to go to Gatlinburg. Thank you, Tigger. Get me out of here. I'm currently 3.5 miles from Clingman's Dome, 0.7 I think from the shelter where I'm staying. It's the one shelter I had previously seen in the Great Smoky Mountains when my husband and I visited Clingman's Dome. We just walked down to that shelter and back. Oh my gosh. The last shelter, that's like only a mile or so back, was just a mud pit. So hopefully this one's in better condition. Like really gross. I mean, the whole trail is pretty muddy because all the snow is melting, but that inside underneath the awning, like where you fix your food and everything, is a mud pit, and then outside of it is a mud pit. We all stood in the grass and like charged up in the sun. It felt great. It was a short 7.4 mile day, I think, today, and gosh, it took me like 6 hours to do that. I did sit down for lunch for a little bit. I took a few breaks to take clothes layers off or put them back on again. But tomorrow I'm going to give myself a long time to get to Clingman's Dome, and then pass that to Newfound Gap for a pickup. So this is day 3 of being in the Great Smoky Mountains. Day 1 was snow and mud. Day 2 was snow and ice. And day 3 is mud and sun. So I like day 3 so much the best. So far the best. Look at this gorgeous raven. Oh. Look, there's sun at camp. There's sun at camp. Toasty fire. Cooking my dinner. Staying in my tent tonight. Everything's dry. It's a good night. Okay, the Privy has a pretty big, like, step up. A step is as high as my knees to get up here. So, you gotta climb in, and it has a door. This is the first one with a door. There's no lock, but it does close as long as the wind isn't blowing. People were saying, oh yeah, it's a big step up, but then they have the handicap railing, and most of them have some kind of rail like this, but no, this one has the full handicap rail.